So I used Gelato to print my art calendars for me last year, and I loved how they turned out because you upload the images that you want displayed in your calendar onto their website and use their really simple designer tool to design it, and then they print and ship out all of the calendars for you when you sell them. But one of the things I was wondering at the time when I ordered was if I ordered the right calendar size for my work. Because here's the thing, at the time of recording this video, there are 4 different calendar types on their website. There are the horizontal calendars like this one, but there are 3 different vertical type calendars. They look like this and they have a wire O system here on the top to hang. So they're just a little bit different from a design standpoint than the traditional horizontal calendars. And like I said, these vertical calendars come in several different sizes. So I thought it'd be a good idea to put my artwork on all of the different calendar types that they offer that are currently available, order them, and then go through each one doing side-by-side comparisons in this video. So that way all of us can better decide which calendar sizes will fit our art business needs. This video is sponsored by Gelato. If you'd like to get 30% off your first sample order through them, you can use my link below. It's gelato.com/crystal. I'll have it in the pinned comment and the description as well. Now let's get into it. So we're going to take a closer look at the vertical calendars first. And this one is the 5.5 by 16.5 vertical calendars that they have. So as you can see, this is a long, thin calendar. Like all the vertical calendars, it has the wire O binding system here up at the top, and this is where you hang it from on the wall, if you're unfamiliar with that. Just giving you a kind of a close-up look. I designed this one with one of their dark templates. I just wanted to see if the dark was too dark to be able to write on. And I'm going to write on it here in a minute, because a lot of people who have calendars, they like to write their appointments and things on there, but I think the print quality turned out really great. Let's look at some of the other pages. Oh, here's the back. See how these work is basically like January's on this side, and then you flip it over for February. So you can kind of see February's there. And then again, you flip it over, and then you see March and April. And this size works really well if you have vertically oriented images. And as you can see, the calendars have a slight sheen to them. I would consider this a satin sheen, and all of the calendars were printed this way. It feels very professional to me, just like any other calendar that you would buy at the store. And when it comes to the layout of the actual calendar, there are different designs that they have. I chose this one because I thought it looked pretty good, but there are lots of different options on that. So you don't have to have just vertical lines. You could have, more square calendar sections. But with this calendar size, since it's so thin, I mean, this is 5.5 inches wide, right? There's not a lot of room for people in the width aspect of it to be able to write a lot on these calendars. But let's check out the writing just to see if I can write with a black pen on here. I'm just like doing some scribbles on here, making an X and some lines. If you can't write on it very well, some customers might not be happy with that. And so you can see your writing, but it is kind of hard to see the black pen on here. Now, if customers have one of these jelly roll pens that are metallic, this is what I sign my artwork with a lot. Let's try it. So, yeah, see, you can really see it well. So I would suggest, if you're wanting to sell this darker colored calendar, just to recommend to customers that they use one of these silver metallic jelly rolls on them, because they do work better. The next calendar we're going to take a look at is the vertical 8.5 by 11 size. This calendar has the wire O binding system. It's all printed really well. I love how this one turned out. Now, these calendars, what I decided to do was use their lighter color, just the traditional white calendar. And I think this is best for most people because, like I said, customers want to be able to write things into the calendar. But one thing I want to show you is comparing this calendar to their 8.5 by 11 size horizontal calendar, because I think this is an area that might trip you up when you're ordering. So this is their 8.5 by 11 inch vertical calendar, and this is their 8.5 by 11 inch horizontal calendar. So they are the same size, right? But the calendar size when they're opened up is vastly different. Let's take a look at this one. So this is more like the traditional calendar, their horizontal calendar. So when you open it up, we're just gonna find a page here. You can see my artwork is very big and then the calendar under it. And when you compare these sizes, this 8.5 by 11 inch photo and calendar area is so much smaller. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to order the vertical 8.5 by 11 inch calendar, make sure that you have plenty of photos on there so customers realize that they're not getting this size of a calendar. Because to a customer, an 8.5 by 11 inch size calendar is probably going to mean this in their mind unless it's very clearly described in your listings where you're selling them online. And like with all the calendars, there's a lot of different formats for the actual calendar section that you can choose from. I chose this one because I thought it looked good. I chose the Sunday starting day, but you could have Saturday or Monday even as your starting day. So you have a lot of customizations that you can do to that. You can also change the way the font looks up here. You don't have to have this font. But I thought this looked pretty good for my artwork. One of the things to keep in mind though with this 8.5 by 11 inch vertical calendar is that horizontal images seem to work better than vertical ones. You could have two verticals side by side, I suppose, on here. But I chose images of mine that would look good cropped horizontally. So let's just look at a couple more of the pages so you can get an idea. This is my capybara piece. I cropped it down. It's actually a vertical image, but I cropped it down and I think that still looks good. So sometimes you could crop your images out and they'll still work. And this one as well, it wasn't a horizontal painting. It was actually a square painting, but it looked good cropped horizontal. Let me just flip this over here so you can see. This one turned out really cute, but all the printing looks great on all of these calendars. Honestly, the colors match well. I saved my files as sRGB files when I exported from Photoshop to send them to Gelato. So that helped me get color accuracy. The next calendar we're going to take a look at is the vertical 11 by 16.5 inch size. Now this has the wire-o binding system, just like all the other vertical calendars. And as you can see, the printing quality is really good. A slight finish on there, like satin finish. There's ample room on here for people to write all of their appointments. And this is the exact size and style of calendar that I sold last year. Let's look at a few more pages. And as you can see here, horizontal images seem to work better for this size of calendar as well. And as you can see, the colors turned out really well. It looks kind of washed out when you have the glare of my lights going against it, but when it's not glaring in the light, it looks really good. I also want to show you a comparison of this. So this is the vertical 11 by 16.5 inch calendar, and this one is the horizontal 8.5 by 11. But when you unfold both of these, so that way customers can see what they're actually going to be hanging on their wall, they look the same size. You see, this is the 8.5 by 11 inch horizontal unfolded, and this is the vertical 11 by 16.5. And so if you want to use this vertical type of calendar and you want it to be the same size as a more traditional calendar, then their largest size is the way to go. And that's why I chose this size last year. I chose the largest vertical one because I was going to be selling it for $30 a piece, and I wanted it to feel really special and high-end. And I thought that customers, when they experienced this style of calendar, because I know a lot of them probably never would have had a vertical calendar like this before, that they would like it. They would think it was unique and something that may be worth a $30 price point. And I was right, because I sold lots of these calendars and I had a whole lot of good reviews from customers after they received them. But honestly, I think I could have went either way. Now for a closer look at the horizontal 8.5 by 11 inch calendar. You can see it has the wire binding along the top, and then it has holes right here through the top part of each calendar so that they could hang on your wall. These are the traditional style calendars. The printing turned out really great. These work best for horizontal images, but you could, I suppose, have two verticals side by side on here, or you can crop your vertical image down to a horizontal. So I chose my horizontal images for this one. I really like how this calendar turned out. And I'm honestly on the fence about whether I should sell this type of calendar this year, where it's the traditional calendar, or whether I should sell what I sold last year, the vertical 11 by 16.5. Yeah, I just wanted to show you a few more of the images and how they printed, because it turns out really good. But there was just this tiniest little white line there on the top on a couple of the pages. And it should have been a full bleed image. Like this one was full bleed, but then there's just this little white edge right here. So I'm being nitpicky, but like I always do, I share everything I experience about the products that I'm reviewing, all good and bad. And that's honestly the only negative thing that I could really see out of any of these calendars. And one extra thing to think about when you're considering putting your artwork on calendars, or really any print-on-demand product for that matter, is I always think you need to order a sample in before selling it to your customers, just to make sure that the colors are matching properly and everything looks good, because you want your customer to get the best possible product from you, so that way they will be a repeat customer, hopefully, in the future. So I love my repeat customers. They're one of the best parts of having a business, is that you're sharing something really awesome with them. They purchase it, they get to enjoy it and use it in their lives. And the great thing about calendars is every year they need to buy a new calendar. So calendars are the perfect thing to bring back repeat customers year after year. And this is why I love selling calendars. But make sure to get that sample in first, so that way your calendar will be the best it can be each year, and then it will bring back those customers next year. If you'd like to get 30% off your first sample calendar order, make sure to use my link below. So here at the end, I wanted to show you a side-by-side comparison of all of them. So this is the vertical 5.5 by 16.5, and this is the second one we went over, the vertical 8.5 by 11. This is the third one we took a look at. This is the vertical 11 by 16.5. And then this is the last calendar we took a look at. This one is the horizontal 8.5 by 11. I also made a video about making my calendars last year, and it's filled with some marketing strategies for selling more of your calendars, and they're applicable to selling calendars any year. So definitely check out that video here. All right, thanks so much for watching. See you next time.